I think the most important lesson we've learned over the 3 to 5 years now that we've been actively participating in the social media space is really to keep it simple. I think the tendency in the early days was to overcomplicate things and to try and build out these very elaborate experiences, but I think at the end of the day people want to experience something in a very simple way. They can get to the benefit very easy. So I think that's the biggest lesson that we've learned in social.
As we've started to use social media at GE, it's very much a lesson of relevancy. So it's not so much how many people we're talking to, but are we talking to the right people? That's number one. The second lesson around social media is community. Are we really engaging the folks that we're talking to online? And it's not something you can do for an hour and then let it go. It's not something you can do for a day and let it go. It's day in, day out, really being part of that community and conversation.
Well, I think the first and most important lesson is you have to play to win. We've been working in the YouTube arena for a number of years, and I believe that's been a very successful social media platform for my company in helping to generate web traffic and ultimately leads and conversions. The other programs around Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, we're still very much looking, listening, tracking, and trying to understand how they'll best fit into our integrated marketing communications program.
I have to say that it's LinkedIn, but if I can slightly veer off track, it's LinkedIn advertising. So we use LinkedIn word ads to promote our trade show activities and various new product launches. And one of the things we discovered is that we've tried both bidding on cost per 1,000 impressions and cost per click. And what we find is the click is a much better way to go, and we still get the same number of impressions. So a little trial and error, but we've come up with a good formula.
You know, it's an interesting question that you ask. I learned from social media two things. One is very detailed, organized planning and real-time impromptu effort. What I mean by that is when you engage with your audience in social media, it will be great to actually have a very strong editorial planning. At the same time, pay attention to what's going on in the marketing landscape and seize the opportunity to actually amplify the message when you see appropriate. And over a period of time, I feel like I need to be like a predator. I need to be on all the time, and it can be very exhausting.